Hey guys, Nelson Rhyne here with Southern Mud Podcast. We're down here at the beautiful Grand Resort at Point Clear. It's Father's Day. Had somebody we've been dying to get on here, Mr. Jeremy Roberts up at Southern Mud Huntsville. A lot of y'all are very familiar with him and his TikTok show. And we thought what a great time, come down here and bring our kids. They're all friends and have a wonderful Father's Day down here and film a podcast. I guess, Jeremy, tell them, we'll go right into it. Let's go with, how'd you get into duck hunting? I mean, how old were you?
First of all, thanks for having me, man. I'm excited about it. So I was actually just turned 21. First time I went in Harrisburg, Arkansas with a couple buddies. We had no clue. A lot of learning experiences. Didn't even have waders. We were told by my uncle we didn't need waders, didn't need anything. I floated my hat the first time in a dump ditch. But it was a memorable trip, and it just enough to get a taste to, want to go back.
Yeah, I think I was 19, 20, 21 right in there off at college, and it's kind of funny. I guess when you don't grow up with it and then all of a sudden you get introduced to it, it's like, man, I was just head deep into it, and I was hooked for life. But that's cool. So what kind of, I guess tell us a little bit about some of your first hunts, and were y'all in a boat hunting fields, or what were y'all doing?
Yeah, so we were hunting rice fields primarily. Grew up doing a lot of that early on. Ended up, had Andy Woods take me out under his wing and teach me a lot. We went to a lot of public ground throughout Arkansas, Hurricane, went to White River, up and down it, up and down the Cache, Wabaseka, Bowdeview, a lot of different places. Just explored and got out in a little 14-foot boat at the time, little well-built crawdad, a lot of fun, and a 15-horse Johnson two-stroke. Wasn't going anywhere fast, but we got there. It was light and had a tunnel hole in it. And
goodness, y'all kill a lot of ducks then?
Oh yeah, decent amount. It's you have, like any season, you have some good seasons, some not so good, but we had some really good hunts, and it's enough to keep me in it for going on 25 years now.
Holy moly. So I guess Andy, I guess y'all kind of started hunting in the beginning, or were you already?
Yeah, so actually, long story. Probably don't want all that on the podcast, but
people are dying to hear your story.
So I went to school at Alabama for a little bit, and loved to fish. I bought a boat when I was 16 and just fished all the time. Pretty much fished myself out of college. Got a letter of academic probation. Not the proudest moment in my life, but it was a good thing, right? My dad, he's like, I'm cutting you off, and at the time I didn't know what that meant, but I learned real quick. I was like, hey, I got to figure this out on my own. So left with a buddy. We moved to Decatur, Alabama, to work out at 3M, and I lost that job after about 3 months. And but in the meantime, I had met Andy. He owned this apartment complex that I was living in, and he was. We had a couple conversations. He found out somehow I started duck hunting. And so I just kind of, he was a huge duck hunter. And so I just started the conversations. He found out I was about to move back to Tuscaloosa and needed a job. So it kind of started there. I started working for him at his apartments, doing just apartment maintenance. Didn't really know anything about it. And he said, well, I can teach you, But he was also selling the well-built boats on the side as a distributor. And
so was that like the first boat I guess he had started with, was well-built?
So he had a number of boats. He grew up hunting public ground, Arkansas and Mississippi back in the 60s. And they would hunt Decatur as well. But they would get, 2 or 3 trips a year to Arkansas or Mississippi was about it. But he had a number of different boats, and a good friend of his had bought a well-built, and Andy just loved it. So Andy got to trying to purchase one, couldn't find a local dealer, so he contacted the manufacturer, and just one thing led to another. He became the distributor for Alabama, Georgia, Mississippi, and Florida for well-built boats. And of course, I was like, man, this is what I want to do. I'm like, I'd always dreamed of being in the outdoor industry, some form or fashion. And So I was like, man, I took great interest in it, of course, and he knew that, and so I started helping him on the side with the boats while doing apartment maintenance. And the guy that was a dealer for us in the town of Decatur, he got elected mayor, so he was just going to close down his marina. And so the owner of Well Built told Andy, said, why don't you just start, retail them yourself? And so Andy did. He started Backwoods Landing in 2004 and took me along the side, and we, just kind of took off from there.
Yeah, it's funny how you can have somebody with that many years of knowledge in the hunting industry and just be able to absorb, and then, obviously, I mean, to this day, I mean, I'm sure you still remember everything he's probably taught you.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, wealth of knowledge, just unbelievable.
So then I guess he kind of, somewhat slowed down and was just kind of taking a different direction. And, I mean, obviously we talked, and heck, I'd known you we were starting our big Southern Mud store in Auburn. I'll never forget, went out on a limb, bought all this land, just invested everything we had in this, and couldn't have been worse timing. And it was like, hey man, I want to do something up in Huntsville, or I don't remember the exact it was a lot of long conversations.
Sure.
But I remember thinking, it was just like, shoot man, I've been selling lights to y'all for 10 years, it felt like at that time. And I was like, I've never heard a negative thing about Backwoods Landing or Jeremy Roberts in my entire life.
Yeah.
I was
They're
like,
out there, just hopefully not a lot.
Yeah. We're not gonna mention those people.
We do our best, right?
Yeah.
We're not perfect, but we try to own up to our mistakes.
That's right. Yeah. And then we were like, man, we can't turn this down. It's an unbelievable opportunity, and I think it everything just fell in our lap and worked. I mean, it was nothing we could really control almost at certain points, and it all just snowballed and, fell together beautifully. And now we got the awesome store. I mean, I'd hate to know how many thousands and thousands of customers have been through there in Huntsville now.
So quite a bit, yeah.
But,
sure.
I don't, not really sure if you expected it to be that intense in the
Yeah, I mean, I kind of knew what I was getting into. I think a little bit, probably not fully, obviously, but I had high hopes and great expectations for what we could do together, and with the product lines, and exposure you had and exposure I had, and just both of us being in the industry for so many years, decades, and just really knowing the hunting industry and the product lines that we were selling. And I mean, I just man, it's been a dream, really come true. Stuff I've dreamed about for my entire life, getting to handle all these products that I couldn't get my foot in the door with as well. And just, man, so honored to represent some of these, all the products that we sell.
I know. It's like in the beginning, it's Kyle Broussard, saying, hey, we'll let you do a dealership. I mean, that's just, I described to people, they're like, Gator Tail, big deal. Well, I don't understand it. I said, it's like getting I don't even know, Cadillac, I don't even think does it justice, it's a Cadillac dealership. But
winning a trip to Disney World.
That's right, yeah.
It's the greatest thing, right? It's, I begged Bubba for years, like, hey, sell me some product, and
Yeah, and it's all based on relationships. I mean, heck, if I met Kyle when his kids were little, and we're at trade shows, and I'm trying to promote my lights, and he was grinding then, trying to get his product, top of the line in the industry. And I mean, we just both saw each other and knew we were both, grinders. And it's and your reputation. I mean, that's what we are. I mean, that's who Southern Mud is. I mean, between both of us, over 50 years experience of, I consider pretty much hardcore duck hunting, fishing. I mean, we do it. We still do it. Sure. I mean, we got kids we do it with now, which makes it a whole lot more fun. But
a blast. I mean, there's days, though, I'll be honest, there's days now at my age that I'm like, I don't know if I want to get out of bed today, but my son, I'm like, I want to do it for him, so he's helping keep me young, and, after it, I don't want to be totally a fair weather hunter, but I'm leaning towards that the older I get,
I know. So what's the first duck boat you ever had? Like I guess personally.
Yeah, I mean, probably, I don't know, man. We had a lot of different ones throughout the years. we just kind of would put stuff together at Backwoods. I mean, primarily all well built. So we had a few prototypes that we built. First one I took off on my own was probably a 1756 Edge. Really nice boat, full lids front and back, dual gun boxes, 60 Tohatsu, really nice boat. Of course, Southern Lite LEDs all throughout.
Yeah. Edge is a great boat. That's what's, I think, so important to what we do. I mean, we're out there testing these boats, and I mean the manufacturers are listening and asking for our opinions, pretty regularly on, changes they can make, anything they can do better, and that's the brands we really want to represent. I mean, it's just ones that we're all a big happy family, and we all help each other, and
sure,
we all are striving to make a better and better product for the customers, and that's extremely important. So, what's a real memorable hunt that sticks out in your mind?
Yeah, so one of my all-time favorites, we had a place in Mississippi for years in the Delta, about halfway between Clarksdale and Cleveland, and we were 2 or 3 miles from the Mississippi River, but we leased from this farmer. He had probably, I don't know, I would guess at least 5,000 or 6,000 acres that we could hunt. I mean, it was just unbelievable. Every time I would go out, I'd just get on the roads and scout. I'd hunt in the morning, we'd ride all evening trying to find ducks on properties that we had. Well, I'd find ducks on properties I didn't know we had, and I'd go ask the farmer. He'd say, "Oh yeah, well y'all can hunt that. I lease, that's my property, or that's my brother's, or yeah, sure." So I mean, we just kept uncovering all these amazing duck holes, and I just happened to be there by myself, and a crew was coming in that afternoon late, and I was driving down one of the old dirt roads there, and just off in the distance I could just see funnel clouds of ducks dumping into this hole, and I was so immediately locked up on the highway, get my binoculars out. First thing I do is call Andy. I'm like, "Hey," telling him coordinates, like, well, "This is where we're at. This is down this road. Call Tommy. Do we have this permission? We got to get permission and get in the truck." I'm like, and he's like, "Hold on, wait, what now?" Because he was planning on coming like a couple days later, and whatever reason he couldn't get there the very next day. And I was like, "Look, you just don't understand." And and I think this is pre-iPhone, so I couldn't video and send it and all this. So, I mean, I don't know. I'm not great with numbers, but I would guess. I mean, I know it's several thousand mallards just dumping into this spot. It was probably about 20 acres of timber, and the field was flooded all around it. And it was just wall-to-wall greenheads. I mean, it's just every inch of water was slapped full of greenheads. And so I'm shaking. I'm so excited. And, I'm like, "Please, Lord, please let us hunt this place," And so Andy's doing his calling, the farmer, and comes back and we can hunt it. And so I mean, it's like, oh my gosh, this is like what you watch on television. It's it's my closest thing I've ever been to Claypool. But we're like, hey, Andy's like, we just need to keep this quiet, because hey, I know if we run in there, we're gonna bust them out, and then it's gonna be bad. So it was the hardest thing I ever done to keep this quiet. All the guys get in the next day. We go to our normal blind and hunt this huge blind in this old cypress slough, and killed a few ducks. And Andy called me. He said, "I'm getting close. I'm about 20 minutes out." So I jump in the boat. We got a little 6-horse mud motor. Get back to the bank, jump on the 4-wheeler, and I go ride another 2-3 miles back to the highway to my truck, load it up, fly to the house, grab Andy. We go back to this place, and mallards are just still just dumping. It's just unbelievable. And so we kind of, looking back, I'm like, why did we go in there? But we went in there. This is like 1 o'clock in the afternoon, 1 o'clock.
Yeah.
We go in, there's just mallards getting up out of the woods. Like, the fields didn't look as crazy by this time, but they were just getting out everywhere and flying in all directions. I mean, I had one greenhead just coming head high. I mean, I was kind of, starting to fear a little bit. Like, this thing's going to get me, he's after me. He's I've shot at this duck before, So we're trying to, figure out where we're going to set up the next day. And so we're quick. We get in, we're out like 10 minutes. We're out of this place. We're get back in and tell all the guys, and they're just beside themselves. From a distance, we watch them dump back in that evening. pouring in. Next morning we get in, and it's just unbelievable. I think we shot 6-man limit in just minutes. It seemed like just mallards everywhere. I mean, of course, wood ducks by the hundreds flying all through the woods, and it's like, don't shoot. It's like, just hang on, hang tight. And but just unreal. I mean, we wore on them for probably 4 days straight.
Holy moly.
Weather came in, and it was like freezing rain, and I mean, we were still shooting ducks in freezing rain. I had a hunting jacket at the time, very popular brand, and that just about everybody wore. And I don't wear that brand anymore. But found out that day that my jacket leaked, so I was just soaked all on my shoulders and down my back. And so, we're hunting in this freezing rain, still killing mallards in the woods, which is just nuts. I mean, nothing like the first few days, but still scrapping out some. And my core gets so cold that I'm like, at some point, 9 o'clock or so, I'm like, I can't function. I mean, I'm losing function of my extremities and everything. I'm so freezing. I'm like, I've got to go, And they're like, at first, I mean, I don't know if I was borderline hypothermia, but anyway, it felt like it. So they get me back to the truck, get me heated up, and of course I survived. In case you guys were wondering. But that's probably the coldest I've ever been. But one of the most epic places I've ever hunted. Never was like that again. We hunted that same spot probably another 5 or 6 years and killed some birds out of it, but nothing like that. It was just unreal.
Yeah.
Magical year.
It feels like you have hunts that are like level 10, and then you've got those ones that are just like 15 and above that just blow things. You just never forget, and probably, never ever gonna be able to duplicate it.
Nope.
Crazy.
Every year we did everything because the place would just naturally flood.
Yep.
And so it wasn't, dry year. There's no water in those woods, and so we did everything we could to hold water. And we'd hold water. Still, we just never could get the birds like it was that 1 year. So it was just special. Didn't realize what we had, until it was gone. So.
Yep. That's it. Well, hey guys, I'm gonna tell you about our free giveaway. What we are going to do is, if you want to win the Turtle Box full foliage, might be a couple of them we're going to do, but what we're going to do is, listen very carefully first. You're going to go follow each of our pages on Facebook and our social media. We're going to do Facebook, Instagram, and TikTok. Southern Mud Sports and Southern Mud Huntsville, Southern Mud Midwest, Southern Mud of Lower Alabama. Go follow them all and tag 3 friends in the comments on each post with a picture of this podcast. We're going to post a picture in the comments. You need to go tag 3 friends on all platforms, guys. We might give away one. We're going to go pick a random person in the comments that has tagged 3 friends, and we're going to give away the full foliage that you've seen before videoed in the podcast. We might give away several at different locations, depending on who commented and how many people comment. But if I were you, you want a full foliage, we've got a ton of them, and we're going to be giving them away in all our podcasts. So stay tuned and go do the like and comments on each of our social medias for all of our pages. We're going to pick one lucky winner out of the comments that's commented and follows us and tags 3 friends. Simple enough, guys. We're giving away free stuff here at Southern Mud Sports. You saw all the stuff that we have. We're just going to keep giving away. We might give away, the gun holder and all the stuff like that. So, go do that right now. So, man, we've had some awesome hunts. I tell you, one of the most memorable ones that I think I'll ever have is going down to Gator Tail and getting that invite this year.
Yeah, hands down.
For them and to hear the stuff and the excitement they had, and it gets back to, it's not about the ducks. It's about the experience. It's about the people, camaraderie. But being down there with Kyle and Bubba and Damien and all them cool guys, and to,
Duvall.
Get Duvall and get to hunt, in the governor's blinds and these blinds that, I can't really comprehend, the history and everything behind it, but just to listen to them talk about it and everything, it just felt amazing just to be there. And on top of that, tell them what happened.
Hands down. it's had to be the most epic thing for sure I've ever experienced. So we got to hunt in South Louisiana in a blizzard. I mean, how crazy is that?
And we're talking about
it is snowing,
blizzard.
ice, blizzard sideways.
We're gonna put some pictures up of that too. Got
yeah,
to.
I mean, getting to hunt, with Kyle and Bubba and all the guys is just absolutely epic. And then you throw that in there on top of it. I mean, they've never seen, snow. Most of them are, I mean, they've experienced a flurry or two, I think they said, in their entire lives.
Yeah.
And so we've got a absolute blizzard coming in, dumping on us, and then we're shooting blue-winged teal in a blizzard. I mean, is that not absolutely absurd?
I mean, it was amazing, man.
It's
I mean, you
crazy.
just couldn't. There's no way you could even script this kind of hunt. I mean, blue-winged teal. I never forget. Me and Kyle are out there. I think I don't know. We have to go get coffee or something.
Yeah, we ran out of coffee, and you don't do that in a blizzard.
No,
I mean,
you do not.
It's a necessity, honey.
And then so we start coming back, and then all of a sudden we seen whistlers, which I've been trying to get a whistler forever. I mean, it's not a big deal to y'all Cajuns, but to us, we don't see those every day up in Arkansas or Mississippi. And so, we're coming up, all of a sudden we see these whistlers flying over Jeremy. He's the only one in the blind. And I mean, we're like looking at him. I'm trying to judge. Kyle's running the motor. And I think you look over at me and was like, "What? All right, can I shoot them?" I don't remember. And just luckily, I think I screamed, "Yeah, shoot them!"
Yeah. I wasn't sure what they were, and I mean, I think there's some species we can't kill, right?
Yeah,
and so I, once y'all confirmed I could shoot, and I pull up, and of course I pull the trigger, and it's a miss. And I mean, that's embarrassing. I mean, here, in front of Nelson and Kyle, it's like, man, I'm sitting in the governor's blind. I've got one task. I mean, I'm left behind to man this thing, and miss not only once but twice. And I'm like, man, if I miss this duck the third time, I mean, they're not gonna ever take me again. I mean, I can sell boats, but I'm not gonna get to hunt, And so, by the grace of God, I pulled the trigger and it folded on the third shot. And but yeah, I mean, that was the coolest thing. I got it. It's got to get on the wall soon. Sitting in the freezer waiting.
Yeah, whistler, pintails. I don't even remember. I mean, almost everything.
Gray ducks.
Almost got a black duck.
Yeah. I think some of the guys did down there that were hunting.
Yeah. So then, I mean, heck, we had the long trek back out of that blizzard, and
it was fun.
But just the photos and videos and experiences like that will go down in history as just one of my all-time.
Oh yeah, man.
Personal best. All the other big Gator Tail dealers, to meet those guys down there hunting. I mean, them guys are hardcore just like all of us.
Yep.
Great people. Great food, of course. I've never been to Louisiana.
Food, gosh, you can tell I like to eat. So
I think we ate elk. They
say the camera adds 20 pounds or so. I'm pretty slim outside the camera, but I mean the food. Wow.
That is something I am looking forward to this next year, but I don't know how they're going to top it, but I'm sure they're going to try.
I don't either. Bubba and I were talking about the other day, us all heading back out there, and it's going to be
awesome.
Way.
Well, cool. Well, I guess tell everybody about your store, how they can get in contact with you, kind of what you do, tell them, when they call in, how you work through it all, and get them the boat that, that they need, and work through.
We got some great guys there at Southern Mud Huntsville. I mean, all of us hunt and fish, and very knowledgeable. Most all the guys have products. They're in the products that we actually sell, so they're very familiar with it. We try to take some time and get on the water and make sure, hey, they're familiar with all our brands. So these guys can communicate. They can talk when y'all come in to our store. Check products out. It's not just another sales guy. It's not, just a dealership trying to push product out the door. We're legitimately wanting to make sure when you leave, we want you happy with the purchase, because, I mean, I've learned a couple things. You treat people right, they'll come back, And even if they never come back, they're going to tell their buddies and their buddies' buddies. And, they're going to be spokespersons for Southern Mud Sports. And that's what we want to do. We want repeat customers. We want them happy, and I mean, it's the last thing we want to do is sell a product and have an upset customer. Things do happen. We do make mistakes. We try to own those. We try to make them right. We do our best to prevent that before it ever goes out the door. But we're human and we'll make mistakes. But hey, we're going to do our best to take care of it quickly. But yeah, man, we You call in, 256-991-0380. You'll talk to me or Garrett 90% of the time. And we're going to try to sit down, take the time with you, figure out kind of, what you're doing with the product, where you're hunting, where you're fishing, the kind of load you're going to be carrying and all that. We want to listen to you, and then we're going to take our years of expertise and we're going to kind of guide you. So we're hopefully we're getting you in a product. We're not going to oversell you on a product that you don't really need, but we're going to get you in what you want, and then hopefully, it's going to be a great performer that you're going to be thrilled to death with your family and friends for years to come.
Yeah. I mean, it's everyone at Southern Mud Sports across the country. I mean, that's kind of what we do. I mean, that's our, that's to me our niche is sure. we are what you are, and at the end of the day, we're not going to try to oversell you. I know many customers come in thinking they want one thing, and I just we straight up tell them like, well, why? Because there's no reason to spend more money or get in something that's not going to do what you need to do, because we're out there doing it, testing these products in their applications, and making sure they're going to do exactly what you need it sure. to do, and be able to send them all over the country. I mean, where did you send boats? The past few weeks. I mean, it's crazy.
We shipped one out to California not that long ago. A couple weeks ago, we've had them. Had one guy drove down from Maine and took one back to Maine in a dumpster. It's the craziest thing I've ever done. I've put them on top of cars and all kinds of stuff over the years, but full-blown Havoc package in the back of a dumpster all the way up to Maine. And I mean, we get probably on average our customers drive at least 6 or 7 hours, and we get a lot of guys that come 10 hours plus as well, just trying to service these people and make sure they're taken care of. And but yeah, it's unbelievable where people will come from.
Yeah, and I guess a good thing that you would have a lot of expertise in is like Tohatsu engines.
Sure.
How long have you been selling them? You've been selling
since 2007.
2007,
thousands
guys.
of Tohatsu engines I've sold over the years.
How many problems do you have? Because I know how many.
Man, I bet out of the thousands I've sold 3. I mean, it seems like very few. It's we've 3 is an exaggeration, but it's very few. I would honestly say less than 20.
Yeah.
And most of that that we find is typically customer inflicted.
Yes.
We usually call it cockpit trouble.
Yeah.
It's like or just something minor.
Yeah.
I've had one major problem out of Tohatsu in all the years I've sold them, and honestly, the guy never serviced it once, and his warranty was almost up. So he'd used it 4 years, who knows how many hours, and it ate an injector, and Tohatsu still stood behind it. Yeah. I was like, I'm always going to go back for a customer, always.
Yeah.
But at the same time, I also owe it to my manufacturers to, hey, here's the information I've gathered. This customer didn't service it. He hasn't taken care of it at all. And they're like, yeah, but it shouldn't have done that.
Yeah.
And they took care of it. It's mind-blowing. But yeah, Tohatsu, a lot of guys are like, who's Tohatsu? I've had customers over the years.
What are all the names?
Tanaka, Toshiba, Takinaka, man, I don't remember. All kinds of stuff. Everything but Tohatsu. And, I was like, look, guys, it's the same. You heard of a Nissan? They're like, yeah, I've heard of Nissan. It's the same identical engine. Said Tohatsu always made your Nissans. They just slapped a different sticker on it, paid the Nissan Corporation a royalty, but it was a Tohatsu engine. All you 30-horse engines and smaller and Mercuries built by Tohatsu.
Yep.
All the Evinrudes, when they were in business, were the small 20 and below, were built by Tohatsu. Worldwide, they're the largest outboard manufacturer. They're the second oldest. They've been building motors out of Japan since the 1950s, which is absolutely crazy. I mean, they are now the current oldest company still in business. Evinrude was the only company older than Tohatsu. So, yeah, I mean, gosh, you're looking for a small outboard. There's nothing better in that 40, 50, 60 class than a Tohatsu.
No.
And we sell a ton of them.
I tell you, one of the most impressed thing at the camp, we had one of the John, one of the head guys at Tohatsu, and I mean, I'm telling you guys, this is a guy that runs Tohatsu America, or one of them. I'm not really sure all the rankings, but one of the top guys. And I mean, this guy, we had boats set up for him and everything. Wanted to take him in on a hunt. We were doing a lot of talking and stuff at the camp, and I tell him he had a son up there, and we had an unbelievable time. John Gamble, our rep, I mean, that son of a gun can cook.
Oh my
Holy
gosh, that
moly.
steak.
Jeez
My son
Louise.
still talks about the steak and your etouffee.
If whenever he quits Tohatsu, we're gonna hire him.
Oh,
I
yeah.
guarantee you that.
Yeah, we got to bring him on.
But he, anyway, so John, the I guess head
So
of-
he runs. He's general, I guess, the GM of
GM of Tohatsu America.
It's-
So I
Like,
tell
I'm probably
him,
wrong,
well, hey, you can just run the boat out and meet us, follow us back to the boat ramp. And I mean, to have that guy at that level hop in a boat that is, Havoc performance boat with a 60 Tohatsu on it and be able to stay right on our tail,
Sure.
then, I mean, that just kind of tells you about the company.
Yeah.
I don't know how many companies you could go out there and see that level of person that's actually running the,
We'll
charge.
and you get to talking to John too, and he's like, man, he grew up hunting flooded timber in Arkansas, so he's very familiar with it, right? He's lived it, he's breathed it. He was over all the service side of Tohatsu for years, because that's when I first started dealing with him early on in 07 and through probably 11 or 12 or so. And so he knows it from the ground up.
Yeah.
He knows that product inside and out. So those are the kind of people that you've got running these companies. They know it inside and out. They're not just business guys that have a business degree that are, don't have a clue about what they're selling.
Yeah.
That's what's so cool about all our manufacturers. I mean, I feel like everybody we deal with, they don't just sell product. They know the product. They use
know
the
it.
product.
They are
And,
engaged in
yep.
it. They're engaged in Southern Mud Sports, and it's just an unbelievable relationship. And it's ultimately, it's just we want to deliver the best experience, best product, the best value for your money, for exactly what you're needing to get.
Yep.
Every single day. And I mean, heck, it's been a blessing to have you come on board, man. I can't
man.
even tell you. I mean, your
Beyond
knowledge
blessed to
and
be a part of it.
expertise, and guys, y'all have no idea what y'all are missing if y'all aren't buying a boat from Jeremy up at Southern Mud Huntsville. But I can tell y'all, it's a place you need to go. If you get to it, if you can't even get to him, call him. He'll ship it to you. I can promise you.
Yeah, we'll figure it out.
He can ship them all over the country every day. So thank y'all for watching. If you got any other questions, you can check out our website. We're about to get all that updated, hopefully, and get a lot of the products so you can see what Jeremy has, what he has coming in. We have truckloads after truckloads at all dealerships coming in constantly. So just because you don't see it, man, doesn't mean we don't have it. Shoot us an email, click the link, try to find out information, or send us a message on our website, or call us, of course. I mean, we're always answering the phone. I mean, as much as it does ring, we try our dang best, don't we?
Hey, if we miss your call, text us. I mean,
Yep.
we got text there. Same number.
Yep.
We'll get you.
Well, thanks for watching, guys, and we'll see you later.